I hope you woke up with the right mood today because we have a bunch of pullback, backdrop, layoff, shutdown and money loss news for you. A lot of happy stuff. Hi everyone, I'm your host Gordon MC and today at GizChina News we will learn from others' mistakes. Let's begin with an actually good news from our all-time favorite Xiaomi. Some of you may missed it, but the Redmi Note 12 series is already out now with a tasty vanilla edition, crispy Pro and Pro Plus, and the crunchy Explorer model. Two of them include 200 megapixels main camera with 120 watts fast charging, while one even has a 210 watts fast charging. If you guess right in the comment which phone has which feature, then you will win a something. We will figure it out. Anyway, guys at Xiaomi are like the definition of perpetuum mobile. So they dropped another mobile phone as well, the Redmi Note 11T Pro with 12 gigs of RAM and 256 for storage. Since the T series is mostly about the performance, it doesn't have the best camera and it has admittedly weaker fast charging, but at least it has a processor that you can apply it to run the marathon for you. With the 6.6 inch screens.
2 hours later.
With the 6.6 inch screens, 144 Hz refresh rate, it's a good deal for its price. If you started to like the direction MIUI 13 is heading, then I have some bad news for you. As the new thing is around the corner, Xiaomi thought, why waste time on old stuff? And they suspended the updates for the development version of the MIUI 13 from the 31st of October. Which is funny because the new version isn't quite finished yet, so if anything goes wrong, these users will have to wait for something to happen. You can find the list for the phones where the development version of beta testing stops working in the article that we linked in the description. The company said that from Android 13 they will focus both on the development and the official version, though the development versions will only be released with 1 year of permission. Rolling to Newton's favorite fruit, Apple learned to read the sales reports and decided to shut down the production of iPhone 14 Plus. This happens when you overload the one step above model and those who look for technology will skip the middle one. They took this report so seriously that they are already on to change the production lines to make iPhone Pros and Pro Maxes. So if you wanted the Plus model for Christmas, just don't. But this decision affects logistics as well, so limited effect will be possible for the shipments for the end of the year. If you're interested in how Apple handles this situation inside the company, I recommend you to read the article that we link below. What won't have any shipment problems though is the iOS 16's new update that is out there for a while now. So if you didn't let your phone to install it yet, just do it. Because it's a real treat pack. Of course, if you have an iPhone 8 or above or else. So let's see some of these treats. First, we have live events of Dynamic Island. It's exactly what you think of, sports and food delivery tracking mostly. Then we have the upgraded share function in the gallery, meaning you can pick 5 people who can reorder and delete your pictures while you're not at the phone. Cool! Then you can play Watch Dogs in real life at home, as you can control every connected device through your phone and even open doors and hell, even start your car. Of course, if you have a kind of car like that.
Open door.
Wrong voice command.
Open door.
Repeat that.
If you're a fan of counting calories, for $10 per month, you can count every microgram of your body with the Apple Fitness Plus service on your phone. Of course, if you don't own an Apple Watch, then you better write down everything on paper, because then you won't be able to unleash those features that will make worth those $10 payments. OnePlus has one of the user's favorite Android-based OS, the Oxygen OS. Well, not the 12th version, that was a fail. But they learned from their mistakes and they put Oxygen 13 to beta phase. If you want to get into testing this year, then you better read the article below and find out which phones are part of the beta testing programs already. It will take some time for OnePlus to get the change working for the whole lineup, but waiting will end for everyone before the second half of the next year. Can you imagine $100 billion? What would you spend it on? Well, that's the amount head of Facebook Mark Zuckerberg lost recently. Not like you do when you teleport home after a night with your friends and your wallet is empty the next morning, but more like when you bet on a horse that looks like a low-budget cartoon figure and you pour money endlessly on it, but at the end of the day it's just weaker than the stable average. The Zuck still believes that metaverse will pay off, and that's why he keeps repeating his mantra to the investors, who are reasonably unhappy because of the 55% drop in Meta's shares during the last 1.5 years. The loss is so big that the Zuck even dropped out of the America's 10 Most Wealthy People club for the first time since 2015, from the 3rd down to 11th place. But money is nothing compared to his vision with the metaverse. It seems that we are shifting away from PCs. Oh, not that. I like that. The good old desktop remains for the offices and the pro users. The division suffering so badly that Intel has to cut $13 billion just to save the company. Though that's still less than what Zuckerberg lost recently. But it's still enough to cause several layoffs and the reduce of factory hours. The dark clouds were already highlighted with the 3.35% drop of Intel's shares on the market. But they are still trying to break out and make PC great again. Now with the 13th gen Raptor Lake CPU, but who knows if it will be enough to bring back the golden age. Well folks, that was it for today. Don't forget to click every button on the screen, because fidget activity calms you down. But be sure to don't miss the subscribe and the like buttons. You can find more information on all our news in the description, so read more and tell us in the comments what did you like the most. Believe in your dreams like Zuckerberg does, and see you next time.